I'm alone when I say that I want my family to be healthy. Am I right? Look at what they're up against. So short of sending them out into the world like this every day, what do? But I found something better than the bubble wrap. Essential oils. Essential oils have been used in traditional health practices since, well, historically, pretty much forever. And no, they're not the cure-all for everything, but I use them for my family because they're natural and safe. Now I know, we all love a good bargain, and sometimes we hit the jackpot. Whoa, that's a good deal on toilet paper. Go grab a few of those from me, will you, champ? But there are times where cheaper doesn't automatically mean better. There's also that old adage, you get what you pay for. And when it comes to your family's health, the last thing that you want to do is cut corners. Frankincense, more like feet.
Mom, look at this one.
Gross. So when someone hands you an essential oil, the origin of where that oil came from, in addition to the quality, kind of a big deal. Excuse me? Where did this oil come from?
I pulled it from aisle 5. Our happy, healthy section. They're pretty.
You want milk and eggs? You go to the grocery store. For essential oils, I go to doTERRA. doTERRA's sourcing of oils is uncompromised. They partner with farmers and distillers across the globe to harvest and produce the highest quality oils in the world. On top of that, each oil is third-party tested for purity and potency. That ensures that they're both safe and effective. Oils can be used for cooking and cleaning. You gotta stop licking everything, dude. You can diffuse them to eliminate odors. Laundry, now. Or to uplift the mood.
Mom, I'm hungry.
You can even use them to help stay asleep. Oh, get in bed. Oils can be used topically on the skin for a wide range of benefits. Some oils can even be taken internally. In fact, doTERRA has over 50 essential oils like lemon, peppermint, and frankincense. I'm trying to do a graphic here. Over 20 proprietary blends designed for specific benefits. One moment, stop. Thanks, Mom. It's not easy keeping these little circus animals alive, but doTERRA helps to ensure that I'm doing it the best and safest way possible. In fact, doTERRA pretty much has an oil for everything.
Mom, Ethan tried to jump the dog on his skateboard. I think he broke his leg.
What? Go grab my keys. They don't have an oil for that. We'll be right back. Harvey.
Good morning, everyone. Let's just see. Hey, we're quite busy this morning. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see everyone. So I'm going to give it just, let me see, what is the time now? It's 9:05. So I'm going to start. I am recording. So if anybody misses the class, then the recording is there. So welcome, everybody. My name is Ermelind, and I'm a beauty therapist, an educator, a wellness and a lifestyle coach, and an advocate for doTERRA. So with years of experience in the beauty and the wellness industry, I'm dedicated to helping individuals achieve their health and their wellness goals, and that is my passion. So today we're going to explore the fascinating connection between weight loss, hormones, and essential oils. Sorry for the one glove, but it is freezing in Cape Town this morning. I don't know what's happening with the weather, but in any case, we'll get through it. So we're going to talk about essential oils, and we're going to focus specifically on women's health and hormones. That is what Thursday's class is always about. So I'm going to give you just a minute. if you can maybe in the comments, just give me an indication if you are still menstruating, or if you are in post or perimenopause, and what are your symptoms? Is there unwanted symptoms? So 1 for no unwanted symptoms, or 10 out of control symptoms. And then are there areas of hormonal balance that are difficult for you at the moment? So if you can just in the comments, maybe just give me an idea of where you are on that scale. No comments. Okay, so everybody here is there we go, 1. Okay, so no unwanted symptoms. That's great, Shirley. That's wonderful. I wish we were all there. Jolene, you as well. Great. Okay. I'm happy for you if you don't have any unwanted symptoms, because yeah, I'm at probably about a 6 or a 7, but we'll get there and we'll sort it all out. Any case, so let's go on. So essential oils exhibit specialized properties and are composed of hundreds of potent little constituents but they are not hormones. So I'm not here this morning to tell you that these are magical products that you can use, and whether you can just apply them and you're going to have magical results. But remember that essential oils cannot become hormones. They cannot produce hormones. They cannot replace hormones. Nature doesn't work that way, but nature gives us these amazing gifts that we can support our bodies with. In other words, you can treat your hormones without hormones. So essential oils are essentially your support system. You can use them as tools to get you to the end game, which are obviously healthy hormone levels, but you cannot use them alone. And if you're going to neglect your lifestyle choices, then obviously your essential oils are not going to do what they're supposed to do. So they support our body systems, including our hormone balance, our moods, our immune system, and our overall homeostasis within our body. They can support your body to get its hormone balancing systems back into a stable balance. And there are lots of scientific studies that continue to support essential oil science in making new breakthroughs and in discovering the power of how their constituents influence the body. However, sometimes I think we're a bit late in the game, since these little gifts of nature have been used for thousands of years, especially in Eastern medicine, but better late than never. So they can also help you to resist cravings that have conditioned you to eat unhealthy choices, and they can support your body in losing excess weight and enhance your overall vitality. When we talk about epigenetics, I'm sure you've heard of this. It's a study of potentially transmissible, heritable from parent to offspring changes in gene expression that does not involve changes to DNA. So each of us have a unique DNA contained in our cells, unless you have an identical twin. Virtually every cell in your body contains all of our DNA and genes that makes us who we are. Despite this similarity, however, amongst most of our cells, there's always a difference in cells, and they have different functions. Our brain cells act differently than our muscle cells. Our skin cells perform different functions than our heart cells. So what differentiates their behavior is epigenetics. So epigenetics basically comprises the instruction aspect of our DNA that basically tells it what to turn on or off, like a little light switch. And how and when to perform. And we inherit these from our parents. They cannot be changed, our genes. However, the little hydrogen carbon, little attachments to the genes that affect our expression can, however, be activated or deactivated. And this we can actually do through essential oils, which is an exciting and emerging field that has just come out, and a lot of scientific research being done on this that reveals that substances like essential oils can actually influence the way our genes express. So through careful evaluation of billions of data points, it was discovered that essential oils fall into one of 6 zones of epigenetic influence: circulatory and respiratory, digestive and excretory, lymphatic, immune, muscular and reproductive, immune, nervous, and skeletal and integumentary. For example, helichrysum belongs to the skeletal integumentary zone, wild orange to the muscular and reproductive zones, and so forth. So we can actually change the expression of our genes through the use of essential oils. So what are essential oils? They're basically nature's pharmacy, and they're found in plant material taken from the root and the stems and the barks and the leaves, and they help to form the plant's own immunity and defense against microbes, bacteria, fungi, through your insects. I just want to make sure everybody is still here and you all hear me and everything is working the way it should. Sorry, I didn't ask that. Let me just, oops, I almost said, let me just change. Now I've done something here to myself that I don't even know how I've done that. There we go. Okay, they've changed the zoom around a little bit, so I'm a little bit confused with some of the things that they put in there. All right, so let's just take that away. Just want to, what did I do now? I took away my, goodness gracious me, what happened here? It's driving me crazy. All right. And all right, so our bodies are basically made of similar blocks as plants, and when we use the oils, they go to work in our body exactly the same like way they would in the plant. So that is really, really important to remember. So although we are not plants, our bodies work a lot like plants, and the essential oils are the plant's defense against microbes, bacteria, fungi, insects, and disease, as well as being the fluid that regenerates and heals the plants. So if we apply an essential oil, it can actually enter our bloodstream in just 30 seconds, and it can start affecting our cells within 20 minutes. That is what makes them so amazing and so effective. Also, they are lipophilic. In other words, they are oil loving. So they move into the cell very, very quickly, much better than a water loving molecule. But we have to remember that not all oils are created equally. That means that remember that essential oils are used in synthetic, they make synthetic essential oils to utilize in the food industry. Peppermints, for instance, if you eat a peppermint, that is a synthetic version of peppermint. It's not an essential grade of essential oil or grade of essential oils of peppermint. And then we obviously have our therapeutic grade of essential oils, our CPTG essential oils. So according to government standard, an essential oil can be labeled as pure and still contain up to 92% ingredients that are synthetic or legally basically found as a chemical. So that is quite scary, because now I go to Dis-Chem, I buy an essential oil and I think it says pure essential oil on the side, but essentially I'm using something that contains chemical synthetic fillers. And this is the international labeling laws. This is not South Africa. So this is everywhere in the world. So in South Africa, however, we don't have anybody that at this point in time can provide me, and I've tried to find out third-party independent testing and validation of their essential oils. So most of the companies in South Africa either, and I'm not knocking South African companies, they just do not have the ability to do that at this point in time. They are sourcing their essential oils from a third-party merchant, which again, the merchant has the ability to say it's 100% pure, but it's not, because we've just seen why. And then secondly, they also have some of the essential oils that they actually source from South Africa, but they don't have the same chemical constituents as the essential oils that are found, or the chemical constituents that are found in doTERRA essential oils. So doTERRA has at the bottom of each of their little oils a batch code, which we can put into a third-party validation website called source2you.com, and it will actually give you a GCMS report, which is basically a report that you can download to tell you exactly what is in that essential oil, if there's any chemicals or synthetics in that essential oil. And that is also why we work with, in America, for instance, we work with the Center for Integrative Oncology. And there are a lot of partnerships that happen in America with doTERRA, because we our essential oils are 100% certified peer tested grade essential oils. We work with clinical aromatherapists, we work with pharmacists, physiotherapists, aromatherapists, nutritional therapists, doctors, because our essential oils are 100% certified peer tested grade. How do we use essential oils, by the way? So doTERRA oils are the only ones that we can use internally. So we have little what we call veggie caps. So you can literally just open up your veggie cap. So I make my own blends that I utilize, that we drink every day. So it comes in a little bottle like this. It contains a whole host of ingredients like papaya, lavender, everything that I want to give my family to keep them healthy. So I literally just open up my little capsule. Let me just take off this stupid thing. So I don't know if you can see me. I just open up my little capsule. And then I take my doTERRA essential blend that I made and I drop it in there. So that is one way. Other way is obviously putting in a glass of water. Some of these essential oils don't taste too nice, so I wouldn't take that, for instance, with lavender. And then I literally just pop it in and I drink it. Alternatively, you can take something like Zengest, which is our internal or our digestive blend, and I literally just open it up and I pop one under my tongue. Another way, that's sublingually. Another way is aromatically. So we have what we call little diffusers. So it has water in it and I add oils in there. Sorry, I can't tip it. And then I just literally put it on and it makes a cold mist. And we don't burn essential oils because then we destroy the chemical constituents. Then basically it is going to dissipate in the air and make like almost like a dome in the home that is going to make these little essential oils, the particles really, really small, so that they can also then be absorbed into the olfactory system, and then within 30 seconds in the limbic system, which is attached to emotions. So that's why it can affect us on an emotional level. And then also, obviously, the second thing is that it is going to, your limbic system is attached to your hypothalamus and your pituitary, which we're going to learn about now, which basically then will affect my hormonal functions, hormonal things that are happening within the body. The other way is obviously to apply it to the hand. So I love when I wake up in the morning, I take our respiratory blend, I put a drop on my hand and I literally just, oops, a little bit too much, do this. This is what we call the cupping method. Hold it over my nose and my mouth and breathe deeply. And I have the same effect as using a diffuser. Obviously, we can't do that the whole day, and the rest I then just apply with my very cold hands to the rest of my neck and my chest. And it's going to go into the body. Topically, again, when I apply to the skin, remember we said 30 seconds, it's in the bloodstream, 20 minutes, it starts working on cellular level. So again, we have beautiful roller bottles that we can, that's already diluted. Now, if we apply it topically, we just roll it onto the areas where we want to. This is On Guard, which is our immune blend, which literally is just being applied onto the skin and then it goes into the body. So as you saw in the beginning, the little video that I played, we basically have an essential oil for everything. So let's talk about women's health and hormones. So statistic reveals that almost 80% of women suffer from some kind of hormonal imbalance. And it's estimated that almost 2.2 billion women over the age of 50 around the world, so we're not alone in what we are suffering with, will suffer from hormonal imbalance by the year 2025. In the US alone, it's expected to cross 40 million women. Sorry, let's just go back. So a major chunk of these women have hormonal imbalance because of side effects of poor diet, medication, and around 51 chemicals that have been marked as hormonal disruptors that are being put in our food, through the pesticides, through the cleaning materials that we use in our home, through the products that we apply to our skin. And they say that we are basically, women are exposed to about 80 different chemicals every day. The dish soap that we use, the laundry detergent, the dryer sheets, the body soap, the perfume, the candles, the air fragrances or fresheners that we use, those chemical air fresheners that we use in our homes, plastic containers, etc. So no two people are the same. Remember that when it comes to exercise and weight, and specifically hormones, no one size fits all. So that is why it's really important when we start looking at weight gain and weight health and women's health, etc. We need to do a wellness consult with that person to really start determining what is the body type, what is the hormones that is affecting that specific woman. Vaginal dryness, hair loss, increased appetite, anxiety, depression, hormonal imbalances such as leptin resistance or elevated ghrelin, which are hormones that are basically affecting our body's hunger and satiety signals, which can lead to an increased appetite, making it harder to resist food. We've got body odor, irregular heartbeat, itchy skin, joint pain, cravings for sugary hormone, high-calorie foods, which all lead back to hormonal imbalance, particularly insulin resistance, which again affects our blood sugar. And all of these can be addressed with essential oils. That is the amazing thing of doTERRA. Slowed metabolism, hormonal imbalance such as thyroid hormone imbalances or cortisol dysregulation can all affect your body's metabolic rate, which then makes it difficult to burn calories efficiently and may lead to weight gain or hinder weight loss efforts. And I'm there in my life at this point in time. So last night I was thinking about it again, and I want to start a 21-day cortisol reset again next month, because the sun is shining today, and that makes me just think that again, by December, I at least want to be in my bikini. I'm just joking. At least by December, I want to get into my clothes that I used to be able to wear. But because I'm an emotional eater and because I love to, and I never used to love sugar, etc. But sugar and all of those things are unfortunately causing, again, differences in my brain functioning. I get addicted to sugar, so that means an elevated cortisol levels. We live in a world where we are constantly bombarded by stress. We can't get away from it. And financial difficulties, and all of those are causing a lot of problems and weight gain. So we need to look at what can we do to potentially prevent those hormone imbalances and those sugar highs that we're getting that are also leading to insulin resistance and leptin resistance that disrupt our body's ability to regulate fat storage and lead to weight gain. So it is not normal to have low libido or brain fog or things like hot flushes. Those are not normal things that we should be dealing with on a regular basis. So if we look at, for instance, adrenal clients. So again, let's talk about, I do a wonderful class on body types. So if we talk about adrenal clients, if you look at this type of person, they struggle with insomnia, anxiety, they can't tolerate stress, they've got weak or brittle bones, a hanging abdomen, pendulous breasts, so hanging breasts, acne or poor skin, facial hair, they need coffee to wake up, they've got inflammation or pain in your joints, your back or your neck, they've got heel spurs, fibromyalgia, their legs feel heavy, especially when exercising, autoimmune conditions. These are all things that are negated by excessive cortisol and adrenal function in the body. Remember that your hormone levels fluctuate throughout the years as a woman's body matures. The outside of the body gives clues as to what is going on inside. And in the case of an adrenal client, the body, when under stress, will store energy as fat around your vital organs, especially in the abdomen. Remember that adrenaline is the main hormone that releases fat from the fat cells. With an adrenal body type may experience symptoms such as fatigue, difficulty sleeping, anxiety, and weight gain, particularly in the abdominal area. Cortisol, high levels of cortisol, which can lead to insulin resistance, increased blood sugar levels, and inflammation. It's really an important hormone, but it is activated by stress of all kinds. Remember, your body cannot distinguish between emotional stress and physical stress. So if I run away, that's physical stress. If I have a leg that's broken, that's physical stress. Emotional stress is what I feel. So if I feel bad, if I feel emotionally down, distressed, I've got a lot of financial difficulty, all of that is emotional stress. That leads to cortisol highs, adrenal highs, and remember that your cortisol is usually an anti-inflammatory. However, if it is classified as a fat burner. However, it also has an indirect fat storing effect when it turns your body muscle proteins into sugar fuel, because this forces insulin to deal with the excess sugar in the bloodstream, producing weight gain in the midsection. Elevated cortisol levels can lead to weight gain for several reasons. It can increase your appetite. It can promote cravings for high-calorie, high-fat foods. It can also promote the storage of fat. Remember that if I have high cortisol again, it reduces my metabolism because when I'm in a stress, and I've got high cortisol and adrenaline, my body is going to, the body functions is going to shut down. It's not going to break down food. It's going to stop digestion of food. My body is focused on surviving. It is not focused on hormonal functions and estrogen and menopause and everything that's happening within the body. It is focused on surviving. That is it. So we need to get the body out of that focus on surviving. Your estrogen dominant, remember when your ovaries become dysfunctional, they produce an excess of estrogen, which causes more fat. We see this in the saddlebag thighs, the lower stomach, and the buttock area. Now, different from an adrenal client, your excessive estrogen client has big butts or big buttocks. Whereas your adrenal client has that where she wears a jean and she has no butt, and she actually complains in the end because she feels my butt has disappeared. That is your adrenal client. Okay. So fat cells, by the way, also produce estrogen. So that means that if I have this fat in my stomach area, my fat cells are going to continue producing estrogen. So if we look at the high effects or the effects of high estrogen, we've got painful cramping, heavy bleeding, headaches during your menstrual cycle, a lack of menstrual cycle, infertility, ovarian cyst, infrequent or excessive menstrual cycles, enlarged breast, PMS, excessive weight gain on the hips, the thighs, and the lower abdomen. So we need to make sure that our estrogen levels in our body, it might not always be high estrogen. Sometimes your progesterone is low. So normally your estrogen, so let's look at what the function of estrogen is in the body. Here's why you need healthy estrogen levels. It helps build up the lining of the uterus and is the pro-growth hormone, both important in supporting normal fertility and the health growth of the reproductive organs. She really has a lot to offer unless she becomes overbearing and wants to dominate the playground. That's why we like having progesterone around, which is hashtag the peacemaker and the hashtag favorite child. So let's take a look at what progesterone is designed to support. Adrenal health, energy, counterbalances estrogen, fertility and ovulation, healthy bones, relaxation, and libido. So who doesn't want that now? If you're noticing that these two personalities haven't been playing well, then we need to look at what's happening within the body. Right. The endocrine system regulates the release of adrenaline. I know this is really boring sometimes, but I need to just give you a little bit of a background of what's happening in the body of a woman before we get to what we can do with it. So remember that your endocrine system regulates the release of adrenaline, cortisol, insulin, progesterone, all of the hormones in the body. And your pituitary gland is known as the master gland. Your pituitary gland basically controls all of the other glands in the endocrine system. It's a special part of the brain called the hypothalamus, controls the pituitary gland. So the endocrine system is actually under control of the nervous system. So when I have a certain something happening within the body, the hypothalamus is going to get a message. It's going to send a message to the pituitary gland. So that's basically how it works. Remember that your endocrine system is directly involved in growth and development, metabolism, nutrient regulation, and overall homeostasis. So we need to take care of our liver. It's really, really, really important when we talk about hormones. And your essential oils can be used to support your liver, your pancreas, your adrenals, as well as your thyroid. If you look at the liver, if you take a Zendocrine, we don't have the soft gels in South Africa, but you can take the Zendocrine oil, which is a blend of essential oils to support the liver. For your pancreas, we don't have Slim and Sassy any longer, but definitely MetaPower. We can use that to support metabolism, to regulate blood sugar and release excess water. For your adrenal glands, we don't have Mitomax in South Africa, but magnesium to support those adrenals twice daily. Again, Magnolia can also be taken internally. You can take Melissa internally also to support the adrenal glands. And then I make a wonderful blend for the adrenal glands, which contains your lemon, frankincense, basil, and rosemary. So if you want that little blend, you can just send a little message in the chat and then we can look at it. And I can send you that little blend. It's an amazing blend to support the adrenal glands. And then for your thyroid, remember, if you have thyroid issues, in a roller bottle, combine 10 drops of clove, myrrh, frankincense, and lemongrass, and top off with your fractionated coconut oil and apply to the thyroid area 3 times per day. All right, so those are just ideas to help support the endocrine gland. Now, let's talk about lifelong vitality, because this is an amazing supplement range that should be a staple for every part of every woman's wellness routine, and every man for that matter as well. But we're talking about women today. But first, you have to have good essential fatty acids to make healthy hormones, which are found in our Zeo Omega supplement. Second, our Alpha CRS supplement, which is basically rich in antioxidants, including your pomegranate, which supports normal management of xenoestrogens. And also detoxification, which is awesome for people who take lifelong vitality every day. They've also found favorable results in generally short amounts of time. So this is your foundational nutrition for optimum hormonal balance and energy levels. It comes with a money-back guarantee. So if you don't feel better within 30 days, you get your money back. We've never actually had somebody ask their money back, so that just goes back to why. So let's talk about your Zeo Omega. It promotes heart and circulatory health, supports healthy joint function. So there are 3 main omega-3 fatty acids, your ALL, your EPA, and your DHA, which are particularly important for women's health. These essential fats can help regulate hormone levels. They reduce your inflammation. They're also associated with menstrual pain and support healthy fetal development during pregnancy. They are linked to a reduced risk of breast cancer, postpartum depression, and cardiovascular disease. So it provides a wide range of omega-3 fatty acids, our Zeo Omega, from marine and plant sources to help maintain healthy balance of these vital nutrients. It also includes a powerful antioxidant range called carotenoids, your astaxanthins, which are basically formulated with a proprietary blend of the doTERRA CPTG, certified pure tested grade essential oils like clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile. It also includes 20 micrograms of natural vitamin D and 40 milligrams of natural vitamin E. No milk or wheat products, and specially formulated to be used with your doTERRA Microplex VMZ Alpha CRS. And then we've got Yaropom. Yaropom has to be mentioned here because it's the bluest of all it contains camasculine oils, which help maintain a healthy vessel tone. It helps the body maintain a routine process of purging toxins for women. It helps sustain a healthy monthly flow and reduce occurrence of occasional discomfort, balances your fight or flight response, and particularly beneficial for skin, liver and breast cells, and blood sugar support. So we take a drop every morning under the tongue, and also we put it in our blends that we use on the skin, because it also activates your cognitive processes, your emotions, and supports memory recall and healthy hormone production. A really, really integral part of hormone support. Then we have to mention Claricalm. This is my go-to blend every freaking day. If I don't use it for a period of say a week, then I start getting my hot flushes again. Clarisage or Claricalm, it contains Clarisage, but Claricalm can be applied to the abdomen for soothing massage during the menstrual cycle. So we apply it literally to the stomach area. It's already, so Claricalm, as it comes there, is a blend that doesn't contain any fractionated coconut oil in there. So we take that Claricalm and we divide it in two, and we put fractionated coconut oil in there, so it gives you 2 bottles of Claricalm as well. You can also put it in some Epsom salt bath at night and put a few drops of Claricalm in your diffuser before you mix it with fractionated coconut oil. You can also swirl it in your bath water with your Epsom salts, and then you will also obviously get the benefit of the magnesium, which we as women need, and the relaxing power of the synergistic blend. And Claricalm can also support the body through any time that adds emotional unrest. It keeps you well balanced and ready to take on life. I recommend practicing daily self-care to ensure your body is nourished well, stress is managed, and sleep is supported. And Claricalm is one of the ways that I use for that as well. So every morning, breathe. I inhale for sinuses, and I apply my Claricalm to the stomach area, to my ovary area on the feet, which I'll show you in a minute, and then also to my pulse points. It is an amazing blend that every woman and every young girl should be taking from the beginning. Rose is the queen of oils, so you apply it over the heart for emotional balance, to boost libido, to promote openness and confidence, and apply it to your lower abdomen for relief of menstrual discomfort. And also to promote regular ovulation. We have also applied in the skin. It's a wonderful oil to balance the skin's moisture levels, and because it has astringent qualities, when applied topically, it helps reduce the appearance of skin imperfections. So great oil to have in your arsenal. Very expensive, because I can't remember how many kilos of rose petals is needed to make this essential oil. It is already mixed in fractionated coconut oil, so it can be used as it is. Then, as we spoke about the care of your liver, a healthy liver function is the underpinning of hormone balance. So drink lots of water. I use every morning, I drink when I get up, I do the breathe and the Claricalm, and then I take a glass of water, clean water, and I put in there 2 drops of lemon and 2 drops of my Metapower, which is the old Slim and Sassy. And then I take also Zendocrine in that blend that I showed you earlier on, because it supports a healthy functioning of your liver, your kidneys, your colon, your lungs, and your skin, which are all your detoxifying organs. And it also helps the body's natural ability to eliminate toxins and unwanted substances. It's a great antioxidant. And then your grapefruit is a wonderful. Grapefruit is also found in Metapower. They all help to support a healthy metabolism and to support healthy blood sugar levels already in the normal range. Then we have, if you have many hormonal issues, we have in the body stem from your insulin resistance. If we become insulin resistant from eating too much sugar and foods high on the glycemic index, try the sugar busting blend of Metapower. It is an amazing blend, and add some lemon in there. Lemon is detoxifying and helps support healthy liver function. It also improves mood and reduces stress and anxiety, because all of your citrus oils are amazing for anxiety and stress. It aids digestion, improves overall gastrointestinal health, and lowers the acidity within the body, so brings the body back into alkalinity, which is good because an acid body is obviously much more prone to cancer-forming cells. Then we have our Metapower range, which is a wonderful range of products for metabolic health, for stress management, to shed excess weight, for curbing cravings, for skin elasticity and firmness, for lean muscle and connective tissue. And this is a wonderful range, and I've got wonderful testimonials on our Telegram group on the specific, on all of these products, but specifically on your Metapower as well, to support energy levels and healthy blood sugar, and just general healthy biological aging and how improving health span. Then if we talk about our thyroid, it's not a life sentence. Remember, if you have thyroid problems, support your liver, your adrenals, your ovaries, your pancreas, your pineal gland, your pituitary gland is really important for thyroid function. And then there is that blend that I showed you just now with the clove, the myrrh, the frankincense, lemongrass, can all be used on the thyroid. Then again, take your Metapower every day or your grapefruit. Melissa internally to support healthy metabolism and to support healthy blood sugar levels. And then lemongrass oil supports healthy digestion and supports a healthy inflammatory response, and also great for this specific blend for the thyroid as well. So we spoke about epigenetics earlier. Now, Dr. Scott Johnson did an amazing study on this. And this is his synergistic blend for women that you should take 1 drop each in a capsule every morning and in the evening with food and water 6 days per week. Rosemary, so you add 3 drops of the blend to the capsule. Rosemary, lemon, vetiver, bergamot, clove, and tea tree. And you take that morning and evening. And it is a great one. There's also one for men, obviously, but you can ask me in the chats later on if you want to talk about that. I have to mention fennel in here because fennel, interestingly, I've found fennel in a lot of this research that I was doing, because fennel was used by the Egyptians to improve female libido, and fennel decoctions were consumed by old men to improve virility and anciently. So you can use your fennel you can diffuse 5 drops in your diffuser 15 minutes prior to and during intimacy, interestingly enough, or take 2 drops in an empty capsule on the day of intimacy. So listen closely. Take fennel internally to reduce occasional monthly discomfort commonly experienced during menstruation. Fennel is also an amazing one for digestion. So this was really an interesting one for me that I found to be really interesting. Then if we go back to the feet, I just want to show you, I said to you clary sage or clary calm that you can apply to the ovaries. So you apply that under the ankle bone, which is your uterus reflex point on the outside of the foot to support healthy progesterone. You can also use grapefruit on the outside under the ankle bone, which is your ovary reflex, which is another way to nurture healthy hormones and keep these 2 key players playing nicely together. And then also the other one is apply your clary calm or your clary sage on the inside of the foot below the ankle bone on the ovary part of the foot in reflexology to again support healthy progesterone and estrogen functioning within the body. So let's talk about stress, because this is really important. Unrelenting stress from every angle continuously triggers the HPA axis, in other words, hypothalamus, gut health, until it is overworked and undercared for and swamped with excessive levels of cortisol. Remember that the body is going to sense it's in a my body at war state with danger lurking around every corner, and it's all it's going to want to be doing. It's going to be in survival mode. So stress management is important. Have you ever felt stressed when a child is trying and you need to be somewhere, or maybe you don't have kids yet and you have a big work project with a tight deadline, or you're just trying to remember you're on a budget, and remember that your hormones work the same. They're also on a budget. And as we learned earlier, progesterone is not only a single hormone, but also a hormone precursor that can be converted to cortisol when your body is under stress. And your body will make that decision based on something called the priority principle. It will choose survival, believe it or not, that it is a higher priority than the feminine projects like ovulation, libido, or maybe bone building. These are not so important when we are in stress mode. And at this point, it has less to draw from, and we take that progesterone and convert it to other things. And as a result, we have temporary shutdowns of unnecessary systems, becoming more permanent situations, causing an onslaught of symptoms. Sorry, I'm just... So we've got decreased metabolic function, which triggers starvation mode to save energy for the upcoming battles. So we need fewer calories when this happens, but we often continue to eat whatever is available, making it much harder to lose weight because our emotions are taking over. We don't feel good, so we want to do something to make us feel good. There is a weight gain in the inner tube pattern around the middle, as well as around the vital organs and in your adipose tissue to store energy. This increases belly fat, and muscle mass is going to decline as the body attacks them to get glucose from energy to battle the threat. So your body is literally going to eat its own collagen and muscle, and that's why we're getting an adrenal type client for if they are really in the third stages of adrenal stress. You're going to start seeing everything is going to start hanging. Your skin is going to literally start hanging because it is eating its own collagen and muscle. So let's go back to hormone. We talk about stress management. So the Symphony of the Cells is a spinal technique that is a collection of massage protocols formulated to create harmony physically, emotionally, and spiritually within the body. And each protocol is specific to a system of the body, allowing you to target ailments. So for hormone balance, they have a wonderful treatment that you can do for yourself, actually. You're going to apply, and again, it's difficult. You apply this to the back, the neck, and the shoulders. It's difficult to do it on your own, but you do it on the areas of the back that you can get to. If you're doing it on somebody else, then obviously it's easier. So you apply fractionated coconut oil liberally to the back and to the neck and the shoulders on yourself. And then you apply 2 to 3 drops of each of the following oils all over the back and the feet. You rub it in and then you apply the next oil. So frankincense, this little thingy means you put it on the back. The other one means that on the neck. The other one means that you're going to smell it. So you're going to take the frankincense, put it in your hands, smell it, apply it to the neck and then to the feet. Then you apply your carrier oil. So you literally apply a drop to the back, okay, and on the feet. Thyme is the next oil. Then you're going to apply that to the back. You're going to smell it, and you're going to apply it to the feet. Then the next one is ginger. Remember, 2 to 3 drops of each. Then ginger, same. Fairy sage, the same. Grapefruit, the same. Roman chamomile, the same. Ylang ylang, lavender, and then you end off with Siberian fir. This is an amazing protocol. Symphony of the Cells is amazing, and you do this 2 to 3 times a week on your own body, and you can do this for your daughter as well. But then you would obviously, and there's no massage to it. It's literally an application of essential oils. Okay, so again, you can take a little screenshot of that if you want. It's a wonderful treatment to do on yourself. I forgot about this one and I got it in my training again. So I'm going to go through this and do it on myself and see what happens. So 2 to 3 times a day, just to the areas of the body on the back that you can get to, and on the neck and the shoulders, and then obviously on the feet. So the adrenal hormones timing mechanism controls circadian rhythms, or the waves of hormones that affect sleep and awake cycles. With adrenal problems, everything is backward. You're tired during the day, yet despite being exhausted, you can't sleep through the night. There's a study that was published in the International Journal of Nursing Practice in 2012, which found that the inhalation of lavender essential oil reduced your cortisol levels and improved mood in healthy adults. We've also found that lavender and chamomile are effective at reducing stress, in other words, lowering cortisol levels, which is important. So lavender is calming and relaxing. It may help reduce stress and anxiety. It's a wonderful oil. Dr. Riggs said last week that if you take a drop or 2 drops of lavender every day internally, you can actually get rid of depression and stress and anxiety, and it can actually tame inflammation and help heal your gut. And you can stop using not immediately, but you can in the future, in conjunction with your doctor, get off all of your antidepressants. Bergamot enhances weight loss and provides stress relief, and also reduces anxiety. It's an amazing one. Also, there was a study that was published in Japan, which again was wonderful for mood and cortisol levels and fatigue, which were all improved in a short amount of time with bergamot. It may also enhance autophagy, which is the body's housekeeping processes to remove all of the cellular waste and pathogens and maintain balanced sources of energy within the body. Then we have our wonderful frankincense. Again, frankincense, it needs no introduction. But there was a study that was published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, which found that the oral supplementation of frankincense reduced cortisol levels and improved symptoms in patients with ulcerative colitis, which again is linked to stress and anxiety. And also wonderful for thyroid function. We saw it in the blend for thyroid, which reduces inflammation and also helps to lower cortisol levels. And it also helps to support healthy adrenal function. Ylang-ylang boosts your libido. We all know that. Relieves your PMS. And there's a blend that Dr. Scott Johnson actually gives for women that go into menopause. You start getting what we call vaginal atrophy. There's a blend that you can utilize that you can actually apply every day to the vagina for hot flushes, vaginal dryness, for that decline in levels of estrogen within the body, which is going to cause vaginal atrophy as well. Ylang-ylang is prized for its positive effects on blood pressure, your stress levels, self-confidence, mood, and libido. So for men that struggle with blood pressure, ylang-ylang is a wonderful oil as well. Not that they need any help with libido. And then also your clary sage regulates your estrogen, supports the thyroid, reduces cortisol, and improves sleep. And then geranium is a wonderful oil for the skin, but also for boosting libido, for hot flushes, for boosting mood, for regulating menstrual cycle during perimenopause as well. It's also known as the oil of love and trust. So wonderful, wonderful oils to utilize. Then thyme regulates your progesterone. We need that. Remember, research discussed in the proceedings of the Society of Experimental Biology and Medicine found that this thyme has progesterone balancing effect. Both men and women are low in progesterone, and low progesterone levels have been linked with infertility, with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and depression, as well as imbalance within the body, hormone imbalance within the body. Then your sandalwood is a wonderful one to regulate testosterone and to improve sleep quality and creates a sense of calm as well. And then grapefruit, we spoke about it. There's not enough to say on this. Grapefruit is a beautiful oil just to curb unhealthy food cravings, but can also stimulate fat lipolysis, which is fat breakdown, and can also help to lessen food intake. And also stop what we call the fat cells from becoming mature fat cells, so making them hold a lot of fat. Okay. Then Serenity, this is a new one that we have in South Africa. Remember, we need to implement healthy sleeping habits because that positively influence hormonal balance and supports effective weight management. So we've got this wonderful blend of CPTG, pure certified, tested grade essential oils in our Serenity Restful Complex. We've got our Serenity Stick, which contains valerian, which is known for its calming and mood boosting ingredients. And then also your soft gels contain L-theanine and tart cherry, which are, along with lemon balm and passion flower and chamomile, promote relaxation and restful sleep. And then your Serenity Stick, your valerian, is for relaxing ambience when used alongside a healthy sleep hygiene. So these are great to utilize to remember that sleep affects hormones such as leptin and ghrelin, which is affected, remember, satiety hormones, cortisol and insulin, which play a significant role in appetite regulation and weight management. Then when you start with doTERRA, when you start your journey with doTERRA, we want to look at the whole body. In other words, reducing toxic load, resting and managing your stress, nutrition and exercise. So we spoke on one thing, which is basically, well, two things, basically hormones and managing stress, etc., and your sleep, etc. But we want to look at the whole body. So this is what we do with you when you get started. We've got top 10 essential oils, which are wonderful to basically replace 80% of your medicine cabinet. We've got our lavender in there, we're lemon. Very importantly, we've got our breathe in there because, again, breathe is a freeing essential oil. Sometimes we need that to support anxiousness as well. We've got our frankincense in there, which we spoke about a lot. And then remember that several reports from women suggest that peppermint oil actually enhances sexual experience and orgasm. It increases focus, which is especially helpful for women who have trouble focusing during intimacy. So you can, the most common way to use it is by mixing 1 drop with about 7 to 10 mils of carrier oil and use it as a lubricant during intercourse. And then also on the inner thighs, interestingly enough. I'm giving you really interesting goodings here. But essential oils are cost effective. If you look at this, if you buy, for instance, for our digester blend, and you shop where you shop with, you swap where you shop with doTERRA, you can get rid of all of these awful products that are giving you lots of side effects, and you can start using your Zen Jest, which is going to support your body naturally and adapt to what your body needs. And it's more effective than most of these products. It works on a cellular level, and it works with the root issue of the problem, and it is safe because it has natural ingredients in it. Here are some wonderful testimonials on Adaptive, which is one of our anti-anxiety blends. It also contains wild orange and lavender. On high blood pressure, there's one on dealing with health issues, and this person was on Xanax for a very, very long time and started using the Adaptive, and the anxiety has dissipated and down, basically down with the Xanax. Here's another one with a 9-year-old son with ADHD, which basically has again made them relax and focus on any task. So this is amazing. These are amazing. Adaptive capsules is a blend that we have in South Africa now as well, that you can also use as a wonderful one to help with sleep as well. Here is our MetaPower, just some testimonials on this. This is a lady that was very, very ill. And look at her a year later, or not even a year later, on the MetaPower range. Then also better sleep, more energy, discomfort, less discomfort. I find if I use my Adaptive every night, I sleep like a baby. It helps definitely with sleep, and it also helps with a lot less pains and aches during my menopause. I have what we call rheumatoid arthritis, menopausal rheumatoid arthritis. Have you ever heard of menopausal arthritis? Have you ever heard of that? Pain and inflammation in the body because of hormonal levels. In any case, so this is what we can do to support our bodies naturally. So when you start, you have to decide which one are you. Are you a user? In other words, are you just going to use the oils to feel better and support your hormones, support your body, support your home and your family to get healthier and to replace 80% of your medicine cabinet? Or are you going to become a sharer who wants to pay for her own oils by sharing the essential oils with everybody? Or do you want to become a builder who makes a passive income? So that is what we will obviously discuss with you when you start with doTERRA. We've got wonderful, as a part of your membership, wonderful free classes, a rolling 8-week program that on completion you will receive a certificate of attendance. Plus it counts 6 points in the CPD, continued professional development. And these are wonderful classes also being given by doctors and professionals in their field. Last night, I think on this Tuesday, we had one on cooking. Next week, we have one on skin, which is me. And the week after that, we have one on emotional well-being by Rachel Brennan. So great ones that you can utilize. So these are just some ways to get started. The Home Essential Kit is the best value for money. It's the ultimate toolbox to help you stay healthy every day. And this month also, when you purchase it, you're going to get not the On Guard, you're going to get the Frankincense Roller Touch bottle, which is a 950 Rand wholesale price product that you're going to get free. And then also it's going to support your body, your family. You can replace 80% of your medicine cabinet, and you're going to get a beautiful petal diffuser, 15 mils of bottle, 15 mils drops bottle, 15 ml bottles of essential oils that basically have 260 drops of essential oils in there. Wonderful. And then you're going to start with a detox at the end, at the beginning of your program that we're going to help you with. The Family Essential Kit is the same 10 core oils with a Brevi diffuser, but it's 5 ml bottles, which basically contains 80 drops of essential oils. You're also going to get with this the free frankincense, not the On Guard. Sorry, it's the wrong one there. But a wonderful kit to get started with. And then you've got your Healthy Habits kits. We've got the wonderful wellness kit that we have this week until tomorrow, which is basically a kit to support digestion. It contains a lot of products for supporting your skin, like the sun care range. for immunity. So yeah, wonderful range. You can ask the person who invited you to also help you with that as well. Then we've got our loyalty rewards program. I'm almost finished, which gives you wonderful free products and points back. It's like a Pick and Pay shopper card. So if you purchase products on a regular basis, you get products for free. This is a wonderful, wonderful one. And then we make a difference with doTERRA, and that's why we have people in the medical field and in the professional field that are using our essential oils. Like I showed in the beginning, people that are using our oils because they know that it is an amazing support for the body, and it's natural, it's free, it's effective, it's a wonderful way to support the body. So we always say doTERRA changes lives. Why not yours? Join us. Right, so that is me. I'm just going to stop the recording.